This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilgus. Thank you for joining us tonight. We want to get right to weather this evening to see what's happening in the tropics and head over to ABC7 Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Thanks, Haley. Some changes tonight. We've been waiting for storms to develop around what we think is the center, or which will eventually be the center, just north of Puerto Rico. You can see that explosion of storms as we go through time here on the enhanced tropical satellite. You see it right there, just exploding, and that's what needed to happen in order for this storm system to develop, and we think it is now on the verge of doing that as it heads off to the west. Now, there was another secondary spin up right here of some vorticity over the Dominican Republic earlier, and there's still some there. However, this is the main circulation that they think, at least the Hurricane Center thinks, may have a chance of developing over the next 2 days. That the chance is at 60%. I want to stop this in time. This is a Thursday at about 11 o'clock. This is where most of the models think the system will be. And then by Friday at 11 o'clock near the central and northwestern Bahamas. And then as we move through time, this is Saturday night at 11 o'clock, say right around 11 o'clock it should be, if it does develop, approaching the Miami southeast coast of Florida. And then eventually by Sunday night, 11 o'clock, it could be anywhere over South Florida, even near the west coast of Florida, and Monday too. So our tough spot for the system, if it were to develop, would be, it looks like, late Sunday and into Monday. So that time frame really hasn't changed much. But there's still a lot of ifs about this system. It hasn't developed yet. It hasn't got a center yet. So we'll talk more about it and what it means for our weather as far as the intensity of the storm goes a little bit later. Back to you, Haley.
Thank you, Bob. Sarasota police officers are investigating after a body was found this evening. SPD says two men walking along a ditch near East Avenue around 7 p.m. found a dead man's body. The department says it's unknown how long the man has been dead, and an autopsy will be conducted to determine the cause of death. It's not yet determined if foul play was a factor, but SPD says the public is not in any danger. A Bradenton man is arrested after boarding a Manatee County school bus on Tuesday. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office says 27-year-old Eric Hall got on a school bus at 9th Avenue Northwest. The bus driver thought he was a student, but the bus was moving along and Hall told the driver he was not a student, but he was looking for a ride home. Hall was questioned by Bradenton police upon arrival at Manatee High School. It was later discovered Hall is possibly responsible for a burglary that happened on Tuesday. He was arrested at his house this morning for trespassing on school property for the bus incident. Burglary charges are pending. For nearly 20 years, local motorcyclists have delivered thousands of teddy bears to families touched by cancer. But that annual tradition has come to an end. ABC7's Ray Collins tells us why. Ray?
Haley, the date was set for this year's 19th annual in about 2 months, but now that will not be happening.
And we're here on our motorcycles and we get to ride in the wind, and these kids are stuck. They're stuck in a hospital. They're stuck just with some debilitating disease.
The Great Teddy Bear Run.
Take a look at this. What could be better than this?
Every year since 1997, hundreds of bikers would line up and bring stuffed animals to support families touched by cancer.
I just thought it was a great community event.
Dan Krawitzki was a big fan of the annual teddy bear handout.
The bikers really have a heartfelt want to do these things, and they do raise a lot of money, and they gathered all those teddy bears for the kids.
But this year's event, set for mid-November, has been canceled because the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office says, quote, it'll no longer provide an escort for events of this magnitude. No one from the Sheriff's Office was willing to appear on camera, but a media relations specialist released a statement saying, in part, due to the inherent danger that escorts like these present to the traveling public, participating riders, and to our personnel, we found it in everyone's best interest not to participate in these events any longer. The statement also said it's important to point out the Sheriff's Office did not cancel the event. That decision came from the event organizer.
Okay, now wait a minute.
No one from the event was able to talk on camera Wednesday, but Krawitzki didn't mind expressing his surprise and disappointment.
They were doing it all along. I don't see what's changed, why they would make that decision now, but it's too bad that they're not willing to do that.
The Sheriff's Office says it supports the mission but has chosen not to offer services at this time, Haley.
And Ray, is there any way that the organizers could possibly change the route so that another law enforcement agency could help out?
Yeah, that could happen. In fact, the Sheriff's Office actually gave the group the names and numbers of other law enforcement agency, so something could happen. Who knows?
Okay, we'll follow up on that. Thank you, Ray. Presidential nominee Donald Trump making another campaign stop in Tampa. Trump focusing on his Democratic rival, Hillary Clinton, while speaking to voters at the Florida State Fairgrounds today. Other important topics addressed: immigration and attracting minority voters. Today, he spoke one-on-one to ABC7's Alan Cohn about reaching out to African Americans in Florida.
You have this week spoken a lot and tried to reach out to the African American community. Big African American community here in Tampa Bay, in Tallahassee, in Miami. Obviously, the polling shows that you have a lot of work to do there. And when we talk to folks, they're saying, you know, I know that you're saying that you can improve their community, but some of them are still angry that you accuse President Obama of not being from this country.
Let me explain something to you. The African American community has been amazing over the last couple of weeks. The poll numbers have been great. Florida Atlantic just came out with an overall poll where I'm leading Florida, as you know, by 2 points. I'm beating Hillary Clinton by 2 points. And, you know, they're tired of all the corruption. They're tired of all the emails. They're tired of her doing nothing. And she's done nothing for the African community or the Hispanic community. The levels of poverty have never been greater. The educational process has been a disaster. People are being shot in the streets. I mean, and I tell African Americans and Latinos, I say, you vote for me, it won't be that way.
Trump also discusses an important topic here in Florida, tackling the Zika virus. You can see the rest of that interview, including what he had to say about Zika, on our website, mysuncoast.com, and the My Suncoast app. And Governor Scott will be on the Suncoast tomorrow to honor our veterans. Scott will host the annual Governor Veteran Service Awards ceremony. This year, the event is being held in Bradenton, and military personnel from all across the state are expected to be there. This service award was created by an executive order, and the event is a way to say thank you to veterans.
This is an opportunity for local veterans to meet the governor, but more importantly, receive recognition for their military service on behalf of all Floridians. There's 1.5 million Floridians have served in the military, and this is a chance for us to show them recognition that we appreciate what they've done for us.
The event will be held tomorrow at the Army National Guard location on 13th Avenue East in Bradenton. Straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with the official Suncoast forecast. Plus, damage across Indiana after 3 tornadoes touched down. Some buildings totally destroyed by those twisters. An outrage from parents and patient advocates over the steep price hike on EpiPens for people with severe allergies. What's behind this big jump in cost?
On your TV, on your computer, on your camera, on your smartphone, on your Apple Watch. And now you can get ABC7, your Suncoast News on Fire TV. Just go to mysuncoast.com and click on the mobile tab for a list of fast and free downloads that deliver ABC7, your Suncoast News on the go. It's time again for My Suncoast's Bark in the Park with the Bradenton Marauders at McKechnie Field. Bring your best friend and let them run the bases in support of the Humane Society of Manatee County, August 28th at 1 p.m. Visit BradentonMarauders.com for info. Sponsored by ABC7.
Temperatures are rising, and the deals are hotter than ever during the summer clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Get the all-new Chrysler Pacifica for just $26,999 and get an additional $1,000 off with a trade-in. Hurry! Time is running out to get the new Dodge Journey for just $15,999. And right now, get up to $10,000 off a new Ram Crew Cab. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Welcome back, 2 of my favorite guests, Cash 3 and Play 4.
Surprise! We're Pick 3 and Pick 4 now.
Whoa!
But we still play exactly the same. We just got a fresh new look.
Speaking of surprises, I have one for you. Say hello to Pick 2 and Pick 5!
Introducing the complete Pick family of games.
We're family now.
The new Pick 2 and Pick 5 have joined Pick 3 and Pick 4 to give you more choices in your daily gameplay. The Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
The official salon of ABC7. Cutting Loose Salon.
Welcome to the all-new Seymour Buick GMC on the island of Venice.
Seymour smiles.
Seymour selection of quality new and pre-owned vehicles.
Seymour for your trade-in.
Seymour savings.
Step up to GMC and get cash back for up to 12% of the MSRP on these select 2016 GMC vehicles. That's over $9,300 cash back on this Yukon.
Seymour now at Seymour Buick GMC on the island of Venice. Go to SeymourBuickGMC.com.
Well, Bob, the tropics, everyone is zeroing in to see how this is going to affect us.
You know, it's kind of like the Tom Petty song, and the waiting is the hardest part.
That is the hardest part,
for this song, for this system to actually get a center and develop, because that's what the models wait for, to be a little bit more accurate, and it hasn't happened yet, but it looks like it's starting to. We showed you that earlier at the top of the newscast. We'll talk more about that in a bit, but boy, a beautiful sunset tonight here along the Suncoast. Tower Cam here at the ABC7 studios, getting a look at that sunset in time lapse as we take a look at some clouds that were around. We had a few showers, not a lot of rain today, and that was a direct result of the strong east wind. It never really set up. We saw a few lightning flashes there with one lone cell off there into the Gulf of Mexico. And Val getting this great shot of a Suncoast sunset tonight. Beautiful colors once again. Appreciate all those photos. Keep them coming in. You can send video too. Pics at mysuncoast.com. Well, interestingly enough, still some storms around, and moving from the east to the west here. A little bit more of an easterly component as opposed to the northeast shot that we had yesterday. And I think we'll get a little bit more moisture in the play tomorrow, so better chance for showers and storms to set up here along the coast, I think, in the afternoon and evening. Earlier today, we had a few brief showers move on through, produced some pretty heavy rainfall near Rotunda and also Placido, up to an inch of rain there. Elsewhere, pretty quiet across much of Manatee County, and for that matter, Sarasota County stayed relatively dry today. But as I alluded to, I think more moisture in the picture tomorrow, better chances for showers and storms developing in the afternoon and evening. That will be the case, too, I suspect, right on in through this weekend. 83 degrees right now. The dew point is at 73. Relative humidity at 72%. East to northeast wind at 9 miles an hour. And the high today, pretty close to another record. Yesterday was 99. A little bit cooler, but still hot, 94. And 1 degree shy of the record 95 set back in 2014. No rainfall to report officially at the airport. We had some yesterday, and I'll tell you what, I think we'll see more over the upcoming days as the tropical system, whatever it is, gets closer to us. Better chances for rain over the weekend. 79 in Jacksonville. It's 80, still warm in Orlando, and 82 in Miami. And temperatures across the region. It rained earlier into the interior portions into Highlands County, so it's 75 there at Lake Placid. And basically in the 70s east of I-75, Cortez at 83, Venice at 79. Well, this high-pressure ridge over the southeast will dominate the weather over the upcoming days and may slip a little bit further off to the east and northeast. And that will have a little bit of a direct result of where this disturbance may be heading into the future. Gaston is having some trouble with some shear going on right now. And also, this disturbance has been getting sheared a little bit, especially near the low-level circulation where we think it is just north of San Juan. And as far as the radar picture goes out of Puerto Rico, this area of rain that you see here just blew up within the last several hours. This area was void of any kind of deep convection earlier this evening. So this indicates that something is going on here, and this may be the area of low pressure with the low-level circulation that may eventually form tomorrow. Reconnaissance aircraft will be out there again tomorrow, and it looks like even the high-altitude jet of the Gulfstream 4 may be flying around getting some detailed information in the upper levels of the atmosphere. Well, here's the forecast. I want to show you this once again. This is the timing. These are all at around 11 o'clock on Friday night over the northwest Bahamas, and then Saturday night, 11 o'clock, could be approaching Miami, West Palm Beach, or even the Keys at this point. And as far as the intensity goes, it's not going to be an intense storm, but we certainly could see a tropical storm if it gets a chance to develop right here where the water temperatures are extremely warm once it gets back past Hispaniola on Friday. So after Friday, we'll have a lot better detail as to what kind of storm we'll be dealing with and if it's going to have an impact on Florida. You can see the spread quite clearly. Things have shifted a little bit right toward Florida. Anywhere from the East Coast here, a couple of models. Some models just kind of dissipate the system too, so that's still a possibility. In fact, several models do that. The Canadian model certainly kind of weakens the system just before it reaches the southeast coast of Florida, and some of the models take it off into the Gulf of Mexico. What's happened is that dry air is leaving now, and that's going to allow this system to, I think, develop. The chances of it developing in the next 5 days, 80%. Although in the next 2 days, it's only at 50%. So we'll keep an eye on it. And Gaston, not a concern to any land out there. It's just going to move into the open waters of the Atlantic. So a good one there as far as the storms go. Beach and boating, winds out of the northeast. A little bit brisk to start the morning off. Seas will be running 2 feet with a moderate chop. And as far as the water temperature goes, it's a warm 87 degrees. And the UV index will stay high throughout the morning and early afternoon. As far as the forecast goes, few passing storms are still possible, but otherwise warm and muggy, low of 78 degrees. And for tomorrow, look for a good chance for afternoon storms and partly cloudy skies. High temperatures will be into the low 90s. The extended forecast, watching the tropics. That's what we have to do, sit and wait and watch to see what happens with this system right now. It looks like the timing for us would be Sunday late and into Monday and possibly even into Tuesday. Haley, back to you.
Thank you, Bob. Homeowners in central Indiana are recovering after 3 tornadoes touched down. A tornado reduced an apartment complex parking lot to rubble in Kokomo earlier today. Damage has also been reported in several other counties after 2 tornadoes touched down there. No serious injuries have been reported. The uproar growing louder, parents and advocates pleading for drug company Mylan to dramatically drop the skyrocketing price of the EpiPen. Right now, congressional leaders are weighing in. As ABC's Ray Mundy reports, questions continue to swirl on the motive behind this major price hike.
Controversy surrounding the makers of the EpiPen and their dramatic spike in prices for the popular injector. The frustration over the increase has made it all the way to the White House.
Pharmaceutical companies that often try to portray themselves as the inventors of life-saving medication often do real damage to their reputation by being greedy.
Every 6 minutes, life-threatening food allergies send someone to the hospital.
Mylan, the maker of the EpiPen, running this ad 46 times during the Olympic Games. So just how significant is the price hike? Experts say EpiPen has skyrocketed by 400% since 2009, from $100 then to more than $600 today. What was also rising? The drug maker CEO's salary. Heather Brush's compensation soaring from $2.5 to $19 million during that same period. Earlier this year, Brush was asked if she thought drug prices should be regulated to make them more affordable.
I hope not, because I don't think the answer is price controls. There are certainly outliers that are grabbing great headlines, but it's not the answer.
Now the Senate Judiciary Committee, including one member whose own daughter relies on the treatment, now giving Mylan a 2-week deadline to explain the significant price hike. And a spokesperson from Mylan telling ABC News that they are looking forward to meeting with members of Congress. They also add more than 250 million uninsured Americans have access to EpiPen injectors. Ray Mundy, ABC News, New York.
And some of you shared your thoughts on our Facebook page. Susan Gregory writes, disgusting. I have several different family members that all need to carry them for food allergies. Ridiculous price increase. Melanie Packard writes, it is exactly corporate greed. Profits before people seems to be the mantra of the entire healthcare, in quotes, field. What a world we live in. Ann Alshire writes, this price hike is ridiculous. This is what's wrong with America. You can't afford to be sick. And as always, you can share your thoughts on our Facebook page. Sports is next, but first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
Let's all come together to watch this.
My mom was like super nervous about me moving into a home by myself or whatever, and
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? No, it's okay, because Jimmy Kimmel lives right across the street. Like, I don't know him, but like, maybe if anything ever goes down, he'll save my life.
Yeah.
So.
I'm the captain of the neighborhood watch. I
Shop GoWildHonda.com. Lease a new Civic for $174 and no down payment, just $174. Get great clearance deals now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
August 26th, it's game on. Tune in weekly for highlights and scores from the top high school games happening along the Sun Coast. Football Friday night, sponsored by your local Gulf Coast Honda dealers.
Do you have what it takes to become a champion? The Sarasota YMCA Shark Swim Team has been developing champions since 1961. Fall swim team tryouts for kids ages 6 through 18 are being held August 15th through the 18th and August 22nd to the 25th from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Tryouts are held at the Evelyn Sadler Jones branch, YMCA's Selby Aquatic Center. For more information, visit sarasotaymca.org/sharks.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352.
Shop GoWildHonda.com. Lease a new Accord for $189 and no down payment, just $189 or 0.9% APR. Get great clearance deals now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
Now, sports.
After a rough start to their series against the Red Sox, the Rays went into tonight's game at Tropicana Field hoping for a big win. The Red Sox took the lead in the top of the first, but the Rays almost caught up to them with 2 runs in the third. The Red Sox held on to the lead through the 8th inning, but the Rays scored 1 more to tie the game 3-3. No runs in the 9th, so the game goes into extra innings. Finally, in the 11th, the Rays get it done. A grounder to first base opens the door for Luke Maile to score from second base. Rays take this one 4-3. The two teams will go head-to-head again tomorrow in St. Pete. The Booker Tornadoes came into this season with a load of talent, and as ABC7's Don Brennan shows us, they also have a coach who stuck around long enough to take advantage of that talent.
After missing the playoffs last year, the Booker Tornadoes have big plans for this one.
Being a district champions and going to the playoffs, getting in the end zone, being in the air a lot, running the ball with a good back, so that's pretty it.
Senior defensive tackle Kelvin Pinkney plays on both the offensive and defensive line, so he has a unique vantage point from which to see the talent around him.
Offense, we have a great O-line. Make sure we get our blocks done, execute. We just need to communicate more. The strengths on defense, we have a lot of physicality, a lot of speed.
Head coach Rashard Goodwin is beginning his third season, and as happy as the kids are to have a coach who has stuck around, he's even happier that they are more than just a talented bunch.
All the intangible things that you ask for your young men to grow up and develop into, it's been special to be a part of. And the off season has been great. We have a great group of kids. And I'm just thankful to have the opportunity to coach them.
We actually have somebody that's building with us and staying with us throughout a couple of years, so we actually have a stable coach to show us and teach us more. We're just learning.
Benson also explained that he thought the strength of this team is balance as a whole, but especially on offense with quarterback Arthur Brantley.
Our quarterback, he can run, he can throw. He's one of the best quarterbacks around right now. Running back, he has the best vision I know. So we should be good.
Talent, intangibles, the energy of youth mixed with experience may all prove to be the perfect storm for this year's Tornadoes.
We get hyped up, get ready for the game. It's just something you love.
I'm really excited because we have a really good team this year.
With the Booker Tornadoes, I'm Don Brennan for your Suncoast Sports.
Thank you, Don. That's a look at sports. We'll have tonight's winning lotto numbers straight ahead.
ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
And for a limited time, Minnesota Flooring is offering you unbelievable pricing on tile and laminate. Porcelain tile only $1.59. Ceramic tile 99 cents. And 16 by 16 tile $1.19. Laminate flooring is only 99 cents. But these prices won't last. Don't miss out on these great deals. Hurry into Minnesota Flooring today.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Don't miss the Weddings of Sarasota 16th Annual Wedding Show at the iconic Sarasota Municipal Auditorium on US 41, Sunday, August 28th from noon to 4 p.m. The runway show is on the stage at 3 p.m. Enjoy hors d'oeuvres and live entertainment. $2,000 in Weddings of Sarasota dollars will be given away after the runway show, but you must be present to win. Make sure to pre-register at weddingsofsarasota.com. Brides and grooms are free if registered by midnight, August 26th. Guests only $5. Weddings of Sarasota. Register today.
A message from the Pulaski Law Firm. You started there right out of high school, learned your trade and did it well. And the asbestos you handled, well, that was just part of the job. If you worked in the trades and were diagnosed with mesothelioma, get the best care available, then call us. You may be entitled to financial compensation without ever going to court.
Call 800-236-4994
and see how we can help. Mesothelioma, don't fight it alone.
This is a special health alert for seniors suffering with joint pain. If you have Medicare insurance, you may qualify for high-quality support braces at little or no cost.
I'm thrilled with my knee braces.
Now, there is a simple and proven solution for seniors to get out of pain with state-of-the-art support braces.
I barely feel any pain at all.
Braces for your knees and back, as well as your shoulders and ankles, too.
I'm so happy with the quality of these braces.
Call now, and you could qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost.
I can play ball again, and it doesn't hurt.
And because of my Medicare coverage, it costs me next to nothing.
So call now.
And because I have this red, white, and blue Medicare card, my braces have cost me just about nothing.
It's true. You may get a knee, back, shoulder, and ankle brace at little or no cost.
They qualified me for 2 knee braces and a back brace.
If you have knee or back pain, give them a call. They can help.
1-800-476-8967. 1-800-476-8967.
pretty cool. A crew of sailors gave a very special performance of the Navy's famed fight song to nearly 100-year-old vet at his home. Dozens of Navy officers marched to the home of a World War II veteran in California and honored him with the famous Navy song, Anchors Aweigh. The 98-year-old Pearl Harbor survivor, and there are very few left now, stood in salute to his visitors and watched this performance from his porch. Video of this surprise serenade was shared by the vet's grandson on Facebook and has been viewed more than 4.5 million times. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it is amazing. Hopefully more and more millions of people will watch that too.
I hope so.
Important story to know.
And I hope more people do those kind of tributes
Absolutely.
to our veterans, especially our Pearl Harbor veterans. Have a wonderful evening. We'll see you tomorrow.